go,
Check
fellas.
1 2. Check 1 2.
Check
Check 1 2.
one,
Check,
two.
check, check 1. Check 1.
Blast that shit for me, Renee. Just blast it. Week 13 winners. Thank you on the Sportscast. Pigskin Pick'em, $200 on the line. All right, guys, call the show, 818-435-8423. Let me know when Lawrence is back on the line with us there. Is he with us?
He's back.
All right,
Yeah,
he's back.
I'm here.
All right, Lawrence, thank you. We had the Mexican checking out on the ones and twos. Here we go. Throwing something up in the background here, Renee, as we get into it. Big week in the Pigskin Pick'ems. Here we go, guys. It's a tough week, Knocker. We got no teams on buys.
Yep.
Big
Love it.
schedule tomorrow.
Yes.
As far as the
Great games.
Thanksgiving games go, it's going to
Great
be a good
games.
day of football tomorrow, huh?
Absolutely.
All right, guys, here we go. First game up here, Renee. Give me sound. Here we go.
Bears versus Lions.
All right, Bears versus Lions. NFC North showdown.
Los Leones.
Lions getting smoked by Brady and company last week. The Bears have just been pitiful all season. Could have lost last week to the Buccaneers. Lovey gave it a good go at it, but Bears on the road against the Lions here, Knocker. What do you got? This is getting down to it. We need to get some good picks here. What do you got, Knocker?
I have to go with the Lions on this.
Right?
But what they scored 9
points. They've scored it seems like 9 to 14 points the last 3 games.
Horrible, absolutely horrible with all those weapons. I'm mystified as to what's going on, and is Matthew Stafford the answer? I mean, is he the problem? I don't understand what's going on with that offense, but in a game like this, you can't bet Cutler on the road in a game that the Lions absolutely must win.
I agree.
So I'm going to go with the Lions just for that reason.
Johnny Icebox is actually leading as far as the Sportscast crew goes in the Pigskin Pick'em League. Johnny Icebox at 117, only 5 behind the leaders. I'm at 116. Knocker, we won't get you. You're on the other page. What do you got, Johnny?
That's why I'm going with the Lions as well.
You're going with the Lions? Is that your lock?
That is my lock.
Okay, lock of the week for Johnny
At home.
Icebox at home. I'm going to go with the Lions in this one. I do think it's kind of close because those divisional games. We saw the Raiders Chiefs this past week. Cutler's probably going to throw a couple picks here, get sacked, a couple fumbles, especially with that Detroit Lions defense. Detroit always seems to show up, though, at home on these Thanksgiving games. I like Detroit 27-20. What do you got, Lawrence?
Yeah, I think I'm going to go with Detroit as well. I mean, they're both playing bad right now, and for some reason Detroit can't seem to score, but if you're in a scoring slump, there's no better team to play than the Bears right now. So I'm going to take the Lions at home.
Now, was that a personal dig at
that
Pepe,
Pepe? Yeah,
or
was that
was
a
that
Pepe? I
just your
just wanna know.
professional
Yeah.
analysis?
No, it wasn't a personal dig at Pepe. She knows the truth. She knows the Bears can't stop a nosebleed right now. So it's not a dig. We just know it's just the honest truth.
There we go.
They haven't been able to stop anyone all year, but now something's going to have to give because Detroit can't score and the Bears can't stop anybody from scoring. So something has to happen.
Pepe's sitting there just
Steaming right now.
steaming
I love
right
you,
now.
Pep. I love you, Pepe, but you know it's the truth, babe.
You know what she's saying to Lawrence right now?
Shit. You know who I am? I've seen you before. You're the asshole on TV.
That's what she's saying to Lawrence right now. She's very upset at you. All right, Lawrence, who you got as your big breakout player this week?
Fantasy Beast.
My fantasy beats, I think, with all the talk about Calvin Johnson maybe losing a step, I don't think he's going to take kindly to that. And we always know superstars rise to the occasion when their abilities are in question. And I think that he's going to go out on Thanksgiving Day and have a really good game against some Bears defenders that can't really defend him either.
I do. I got that feeling, too, that Calvin's just going to come out in this game. He knows it's a spotlight game. First game of Thanksgiving. Who you got as your
Fantasy Zombie.
Fantasy Zombie's going to have to be Jay Cutler. He never really plays well against Detroit. Detroit's defense is a top 3 unit, and they struggle to move the ball against Tampa Bay, so I'm going to have to go with a guy who probably is going to struggle to move the ball against the Lions defense.
All right, guys. Also, check out Lawrence's Boom Bust will be up tomorrow at the newsportscrew.com. Featured item will be up on the homepage. So, another big game here. The second game on our Thanksgiving Day, Turkey Day slate. Here we go.
Eagles versus Cowboys.
Eagles versus the Cowboys. An NFC East showdown. Both these teams in first place, tied right now. Knocker, we've seen the Cowboys before be in this situation. Normally, Knocker, you'll give them credit. Last week is a game that the Cowboys would typically have lost.
Yes.
against the Giants on the road when they could really take control of the
It was a nice
their
comeback
season.
win, yes.
Nice comeback win, finding Dez in the end zone. What do you got in this one though? Cowboys at home usually play good on Thanksgiving here, but Romo, 4 days of rest. As we heard Richard Sherman, man, a lot of these guys are playing 2 games in 5 days here.
Yeah, in the past 3 years, this is the game that the Cowboys would come out and just lay a huge egg.
Right.
And everybody's on their bandwagon. Everybody's expecting them to do
Yeah.
well, and they just.
Mark Sanchez on the road. We saw what he did against Green Bay.
But you know what? The Eagles are not the same team on the road.
They aren't.
As they are at home. This is Mark Sanchez against the Dallas
Are
defense.
you taking the Cowboys?
I'm going to take the Cowboys. Yes,
Hey,
I am.
Just hit it there. Give me a fist right there. Thank you, Knocker.
Absolutely. I'm going to take the Cowboys.
All
in
right,
this one.
Johnny Box.
I'm taking the Cowboys, but only in a close one. And it's because it's at home on Thanksgiving.
Thank you for that, Johnny.
I don't want to give him any other credit than that.
All right, John. All right, I'm going to go with the Cowboys at home. I think it's going to be a high-scoring affair here. I like the Cowboys, though, by a field goal, 31-28. What do you got, Lawrence, on this one?
Yep, I got the Eagles. You know.
Yeah, Eagles. That's what I like. Cowboys are going to win. Cowboys are going to win. All right. What do you got as your
Fantasy Beast.
Fantasy beast in this game. I think Tony Romo is actually going to have a huge game on Thanksgiving Day. They're going to play the run so much that it's going to be easy pickings in the secondary, and we all know that that's the Eagles' weak spot. And Tony Romo team seems to play well on Thanksgiving Day, so I actually have him as my fantasy beast for the week in this game.
Fantasy Zombie.
Fantasy zombie, I don't think there's going to really be a zombie in this game, but if I have to go with someone that's not going to have as great of a day, I'd probably have to go with LaShawn McCoy. I think that Dallas plays run relatively well. They don't play the pass really well, but I think McCoy, he could potentially be held under 100 yards, but obviously you're starting him if you have him. So look for him to not have the greatest of days, but he should be productive.
Okay, you called it in Lawrence last week, man. You called Shady's breakout game last week on this show, and and you've seen the Cowboy defense. I think that they're going to make Mark Sanchez throw the ball, Knocker. I think they're going to stack the box, be like, you know what, Mark? Let's see you beat us. Let's see you make these throws on our secondary. I think that's if I'm the Cowboys, that's how I'm playing this game on defense here. Let Mark Sanchez be, not Shady McCoy and Darren Sproles. I think I'm going to stack the box there.
Just try and pressure him the way Green Bay did, and see what he can do on the road.
Let Mark Sanchez beat us, not Shady McCoy.
Absolutely.
I think that's going to be the Cowboys' philosophy in this game. All right, who do you got as far as your Walking Dead candidate?
Fantasy Zombie.
Yeah, like I said, I don't think I have a zombie in this game. I think LaShawn McCoy, he might have about 70 yards and a touchdown.
Okay.
But I don't expect him to have the week he had last week against Tennessee. I think they're going to definitely try to stop the run and try to make Mark Sanchez win the game. And so that's going to definitely limit LaShawn McCoy's opportunities.
Now, if you've got I'm just going to throw it out there, a little name game with you. Mark Sanchez or Colin Kaepernick this week, and who you starting?
I'm starting Mark Sanchez. I think Mark Sanchez is actually going to have a decent game because of the fact that they're going to make him throw the football, and he can throw the football in this offense. People want to continue to look at him as the butt fumble, but he has 3 games in a row where he's thrown for over 300 yards and at least a touchdown. So while he is turning the ball over, still he hasn't stopped that, but he's not making the monumental mistakes. They're still finding ways to win games with him.
Mark Sanchez or Russell Wilson?
I still go Mark Sanchez if I have them both on my team.
There you go, guys. All right, next game up. Last game of Thanksgiving. This is where the turkey's sitting in, the beer. You're going back for seconds at this point.
Trying to stay away.
And you get one of the best games of the year. Here we go.
Seahawks versus 49ers.
Seahawks versus the Niners. Both these teams, I think whoever wins this game, whoever loses this game, I should say, is not going to make the playoffs. Knocker, would you agree?
Yeah, I'd have to agree with that assessment.
Both
there.
these teams at 7-4 in the NFC West. Arizona at 9-2. So both these teams looking for the wild card spot here.
Absolutely.
I think it's a lose and you're out.
I agree with you.
So who you got?
I'm gonna go with the Hawks on the road, man.
Are you going with the Hawks on the road? This is your one roadie team that wins tomorrow.
Yes. I think they've got the mojo back. I think they're. The hangover's over, whatever was going on.
Niners didn't impress you against the Redskins last week at home. Only put up 17.
They haven't impressed me all year.
I know.
All year.
Yeah.
So I think Seattle comes down and just puts a hammerlock on the San Francisco offense.
Yeah.
And they win a low-scoring, tight game, but I think the Seahawks win.
Johnny Box.
Yeah, I'm taking the Seahawks as well.
Really? Going with the Hawks on this one.
Yeah.
I'm actually going to go with the Niners, boys. I think the Niners pull this one out. I still don't trust the Seahawks. Yeah, I know what they did last week at home, but again, it's at home. They haven't played good on the road.
No, they haven't.
Their offense still is sputtering at times, and I just think that the Niners are going to win by a field goal here. I think it's one of the best games of the week, obviously, with these two divisional rivals going at each other. I think it's a 20-17 game. I think the Niners win in a fourth quarter on a late drive on a field goal here. What do you got, Lawrence?
Yeah, I think the fact that the 49ers have struggled against the Rams, then they struggled against the Saints, and then they struggled against the Redskins, barely being able to put up points, barely being able to score points. I think the Seahawks are slightly better than all three of those teams, and I think they have the edge in this game, where the 49ers, Levi Stadium hasn't been the kindest of places for them. It hasn't been necessarily a home field advantage. They're kind of starting to feel like it's, the stadium isn't conducive to a lot of crowd noise. It's a big, nice stadium, but it's almost like you're playing on a spotlight stage. It's kind of like Dallas' stadium. So I don't think that that's going to be a huge factor for them. And I think the fact that the Seahawks, now they can smell the playoffs being near, I think they get this game.
All right, that's a good point there, Lawrence. So I'm going all home teams on Thanksgiving. You guys, your one road team for Thanksgiving is going to be the Seahawks pulling the upset here.
Yep.
All right, who you got as your
Fantasy Beast.
My fantasy beast in this game, I would probably have to say Russell Wilson. I think Russell Wilson is locked in and focused, and he has to produce for them to get to the playoffs. So by that fact alone, I think he's going to be the guy that has the best day out of all these. I think it's going to be a tough, hard-nosed, blue-collar game. I don't think it's going to be a big points party, but I think out of the potential guys that can do something, I think he'll be the one to have the better day.
Fantasy Zombie.
Fantasy Zombie, I would have to probably say Vernon Davis. Where has he been? I don't think he could. First of all, he always struggles against the Seahawks, and now you bring in the fact that he struggled all season, and now he's going up against the Seahawks. I think he's non-existent on most people's fantasy teams, and I wouldn't expect him to do much in this game.
Yeah, Renee throwing on the beats right now on the ones and twos. Gotta like it. All right.
I have to agree with you on the Vernon thing, man. I just don't know what they just don't seem to just be
get him in his game
man.
plan. Yeah,
something's going on. Man.
I agree. All right, well, we're starting the Sunday slate, early morning game. Let's run through this one quickly, guys. I think it's going to be a big rout here.
Redskins versus Colts.
Colts at home. Let's round it out, guys. Yeah, Colts. Knocker Colts.
Yes.
Lawrence, I'm going to go with the Colts in this one. I'm sure you are too. Who's going to – wow, I like that. The Colts have their own sound effect. There we go, Renee. He's a thinking man, guys. He's a thinking man.
That's what they pay me for.
Wait a minute, we're paying him?
I know you got one cool South Park drop. I'm waiting for it later. I heard you talk to it about Johnny, so I'm waiting for you that later. All right.
I played it earlier, actually.
I know. Here we go.
Fantasy Beast.
Who guys your beast in this one? Andrew Luck, right?
Andrew Luck.
Yeah.
Yep. He came out last week, didn't have the greatest of games. I think he bounced back.
He came out?
Huge.
Yeah.
Andrew Luck came out?
Oh, he can't?
I didn't know this.
Guilty.
Wow.
His beard.
Who knew?
Knocker, you're always thinking your dirty mind,
I know.
All right, who you got as your walking zombie this week?
Fantasy Zombie.
Fantasy Zombie this week, I would probably have to say Trent Richardson. I don't think he has a very good game. He's not even the starter anymore. And I think because of his limited touches, he'll definitely be a guy that's not going to have as good a day if he was the starter getting more touches, because he's already a volume-dependent type of fantasy back. So I think the fact that his volume will be cut down, he won't have that good of a day.
Me and Knocker talked about this earlier. RG3 situation, man. He's gone next year, right?
I mean, it surely looks like it, and it kind of sucks because Jay Gruden, I think he's kind of trying to save his own self because he's trying to make it seem like, hey, it's RG3 and it's not me.
Yeah, he
but
blasted him.
When you look around the league, a lot of these offenses, you no longer can you say, here, this is my offense, you need to learn it. You need to make your offense conducive to the player that's in it and fit his skill set. I think that Jay Gruden brought his offense from Cincinnati that fit Andy Dalton and tried to fit a circle into a square peg, and I don't think you can do that. I think you have to try to make this a situation where you maximize RG3's abilities, and I don't think he's done that this season. But all in all, yeah, I think this might be the end of RG3, but I'm sure Chip Kelly would love to get a hold of him.
Yeah.
Knocker, would you agree though? I mean, you heard Gruden's press conference last Sunday.
And I don't know. I think it's a combination of Gruden wants to save his job, and he doesn't fit the offense, but RG3 still has had a part in this, just being aloof, just being the kind of guy that
there's reports out there he's not a real good clubhouse guy. Doesn't really want to put the book work in, the stuff behind the scenes stuff.
I think he's separated, and I think that Jay's a lot like John, because John wouldn't put up with any of this crap.
That's true.
And
good point.
You don't want to play, you don't want to do what I need you to do. I don't got time for you. I don't care how much they're paying you.
Yep.
And I think there's a little bit of
that.
that.
I agree.
And also with this game, just a little comment. C.Y. Hilton, right? Is that his name?
T.Y.
T.Y. Hilton. For the
C.Y. Hilton,
I don't know.
bitches.
T.Y. T.J. There's so many of them.
This is why we have him on the show, folks.
Right? But the receiver for the Colts, right?
Yeah.
Was that not the freshest post-game interview?
Oh,
crying in the last 10 years?
His touchdown celebration with the baby.
When people are real, I just really dig that.
You got to love the real stuff in sports, right?
That was the most honest, most freshest post-game interview in years, man. I dug it. I thought it was fantastic.
Who uses freshest? Whatever.
He's smiling over there. You use fresh,
Because
you old man. No, he's just because you're old and you use
I'm using fresh because all the post game interviews are the same thing. Oh yeah, well we came together as a team and we did this and
what?
we
It's
did
not like
that,
Marshawn Lynch.
and-
Like yeah.
That's
Yeah.
not fresh. That's just combative.
Yeah.
So I thought it was cool though.
Okay, I like it. No, Johnny's just being a dick because he lost me in
I
fantasy, dude.
understand.
He lost me in fantasy. It's okay.
Oh my God! Who the hell cares?
Game of the week coming up here. Let's fly through this one, man.
Titans versus Texans.
Texans.
Wow.
There we go, Renee. Thank you. I appreciate it. Texans, Ryan Fitzpatrick back at the helm. Texans slightly still in the playoff picture, but, I mean, the hopes are slim here. Titans are obviously out of it for a while. But the Titans always show up, at least give you a game, kind of like the Rams. They're going to show up.
They play hard
They play
week.
hard, but the Texans at home. I liked them last week against the Bengals, got smoked. I'm going to go with Texans again at home here. I think they get this done here. I think it's close, though.
I'm going with the Texans in just an ugly,
just
ugly
something
game.
you just don't want to watch. Yeah, bad game.
Best thing about this is going to be the cheerleaders.
Yep. Hey, Texans cheerleaders, shout out. Johnny, what do you got?
Texans.
All right, Texans. I'm going to go Texans in a close one. I'm going to go 24-17, somewhere around there. What do you got, Lawrence?
Yeah, I think the Texans win this one. I don't think that the Titans can come in and get a win over there. I think they can definitely get the win at home.
All right. Is there a
Fantasy Beast
in this game?
Jeez.
Arian Foster's supposed to be back, and you see what LaShawn McCoy did to the Titans last week. I think Arian Foster can have similar success if he's fresh and ready to go.
Good call on that one. All right. Could be quite a bit of these.
Fantasy Zombie.
Yeah, Fantasy Zombie, it can definitely be a couple, but I'd probably have to go with Justin Hunter. Excuse me. I think that that Mettenberger, he's strung together a couple of good games. I mean, fantasy-wise and real life, considering that he's a rookie.
True.
But I think their passing game is a little inconsistent, and I'm sure a lot of people aren't starting Justin Hunter anyway. And I think that Andre Johnson and Hopkins, they can have some decent success. I mean, now that Ryan Fitzpatrick is back, that definitely puts a knock on their value. But if I have to go with any of the people that are going to be playing this game, I'll probably have to go Justin Hunter.
Would you play either one of these defenses?
Thank you. You took the question right. Thank you, Knocker.
Yeah, I think you can play with the Texans defense. I think that's a good, they have a good high floor. I mean, you can definitely take those guys over a few other defenses out there. I don't think that's a bad defense to play this week. I wouldn't play the Titans, though, at all.
Okay,
Yeah.
I smell turnovers. The Texans are
like a
great
J.J.
at turning
Watt.
the ball,
A
at
J.J.
turning
Watt
points
game,
on defense.
yeah.
I think this is a game for them to get like a pick six or a fumble recovery for a touchdown and only give up 10 points.
Yeah, I'm with you on that, Knocker. I totally agree. All right, next game up here. Normally, I would play like a bad drop on this game, but this is actually a game that means something here.
Browns versus Bills.
Browns versus Bills.
Yep, who knew?
Who knew that this game would matter at week 13
Yes,
of the season?
That was a write-off at the beginning of the
Really?
year.
But
yeah.
Browns versus Bills. This is going to be a big game in the pick'ems here, guys. Huge game as far as 50-50 goes. And the $200 Visa up for grabs. SportsCast Pigskin Pick'em League. Knocker, what do you got?
Let's go Buffalo.
Wow. Wait. Sorry, I have to play. Just hold everything. Last week you hated the Bills.
Yes, I did.
You talked trash on the Bills.
Yes, I did.
Me and Johnny took the Bills.
Yes, you did.
You were back on the Bills train?
I am back on because I think they're playing for the state of New York, for their stadium, for the people that live around the stadium that are going to go to the game, what they've had to fight through for the last week. I think this is going to be a very emotional game for Buffalo and the city of Buffalo, and I think they're going to ride that emotion and squeak out a win. Yeah.
You play to win the game.
Right? You play to win the game.
Absolutely.
Right? All right.
Yeah.
Johnny Box. Are you
Let's
singing
go
it?
Buffalo.
Jurassic Park, man.
You're a douche.
Thank you for that. That was so well played, Renee. You are a douche.
You guys were all mesmerized.
I was captured. I was captivated by your lips. Whoa! Wow! All right. I'm gonna go with let's go Brownies.
Going with the
I'm
Brownies,
going
huh?
Brownies on the road. I think Josh Gordon gives this offense an element that they haven't had all year. We saw it last week against the Falcons. And hey, Mike Brown, for the Falcons coach, you are a fucking idiot for calling a timeout with 47 seconds left. Run down the clock and kick the field goal, you idiot.
You think?
Jesus. But I'm going with the Browns here. This is my not an upset, but I like the Browns here. Josh Gordon on the road. I'm going Brownies. Lawrence, what do you got?
Yeah, I think I might have to go Buffalo at home. I think they're going to be riding high off that last win. I think the fact that they missed out on one home game, the fans are going to be thirsty for a game, and they're going to come out jacked up, and I think Buffalo gets this one.
Wow, Buffalo. All right, so 3 against 1 here, yeah.
You don't think Josh Gordon's comments this week about players brushing him off, and you don't think that has going to have any effect on the Browns at all this week?
Hey, give me the smoke weed every day drop for Josh Gordon.
Smoke weed every day.
That's all I got to say to that. All I got to say to that, Knocker. All right, here we go.
Fantasy Beast.
Wow. Okay.
What do you got in this one, Fantasy Beast, Lawrence?
I got Josh Gordon. He's targeted way too much not to end up being a beast, and at some point it's going to turn into a touchdown as well. He had 8 receptions for 120 yards last week. He keeps that going this week.
Play it. Renee, play it.
Smoke weed every day.
Josh Gordon. That's just
My boy.
him and Le'Veon Bell just smoking it up.
Smoking.
Hey, how about that LeGarrette Blunt getting in for? Hey, I don't need to go to any of my. I can leave the field early, but I'll get picked up by the Patriots and score 2 touchdowns, whatever he didn't. Come on.
All was forgiven.
Yeah, really. All right, who you got as your
Fantasy Zombie.
All right, who you got as your fantasy zombie in the Browns versus Bills game?
Fantasy zombie I think is probably going to be Fred Jackson. I mean, I think he's back, but I think the injuries are taking a toll, and the fact that he's just getting older is taking a toll. I don't see him having a big day.
All right, next up here, interesting game here, Knocker.
Chargers versus Ravens.
Fuck the Chargers, right?
I'm gonna call this.
Fuck the Chargers.
I'm
so done. I'm so done with Phillip Rivers, trash ass whiny voice, and the Chargers choking so many goddamn point spreads. They don't want to choke them to death.
I had the Rams
They
last
have
week.
such a good offense. They have such a good offense. You score so many more points than you're scoring.
I had the Rams plus 5.
Hey, and Ryan Matthews is still alive.
Yeah, he's back on my fantasy
I listened
team.
to the show this past week, and Lord's like, Knocker, you're calling Ryan Matthews dies, Rivers gets 3 picks, and what else do you call some
Hey, the
shit?
Rams should have won that game by
Yeah.
10 points. The Rams should have beat that team handily.
I know.
Okay? So, I had it right.
Well, I don't think that Ryan Matthews is in his deathbed at this point.
No,
You thought
you're
he
right.
was-
Yeah.
I really did.
You thought he was going to fold like a cheap tent.
I did. I thought he was
Cheap
going to
Coleman's.
fold up, but that might happen this weekend
So what do you got?
on the road.
What do you got?
Oh, this is my crush of the week, Baltimore.
Is this your
I like turtles.
game of the week for the Chargers turtling up here?
Baltimore is going to manhandle this team.
They look good against the Saints.
Baltimore is going to manhandle this team.
As much as I
at
hate Joe
home.
Flacco, that fucker can throw the ball
Yes, he
far.
can.
He can toss it.
Just
and
the
hey,
defense, man.
Steve Smith, man, keep doing what you're doing.
Has he brought attitude?
Yeah, keep doing
to
what you're
that
doing.
Team.
That's what the Panthers should have been, bringing this whole time. I'm glad
Yeah.
that Steve Smith's doing well. All right, Johnny, what do you got in this one, buddy?
I'm gonna go with the Chargers on this one.
What?
Is that just
Wow.
purely hate
On the
pick for the
road?
Ravens?
Yep.
Curly hate pick for John.
Curly hate pick. So I technically just backed my ass up.
All right. On this one, I'm going to go with the Ravens at home. Chargers just, I'm just done with I'm not believing anymore. The offense is sputtering. Defense is sputtering. Close games. Yeah, they beat the Raiders and the Rams, but really the Raiders and the Rams, I'm going to go Ravens at home here. I think the Ravens get it going, especially on offense here, and especially with the running back situation. I like the Ravens here 28-20. What do you got, Lawrence?
Yeah, I think I'm going to take the Ravens as well. I think the Chargers, they looked a lot more stable last week than they have in the past few weeks.
Mm-hmm.
But I think that it's going to be a little too much for them. The Ravens are a little more smash mouth, and it's going to be cold, and I don't think San Diego is a great cold weather team, even though they have won some cold weather games. Phillip Rivers is on his third center of the year. They're going to definitely take advantage of that on the defensive line, and I think they actually get a win. I think the Ravens get this one.
All right, who is your bust-out player of the game?
Fantasy Beast.
For this game, I'm probably going to have to go. I think Torrey Smith gets an end zone 2 times in this game.
Wow,
I don't think
bold call.
Yeah, I don't think that I don't think they defend the pass very well. I think Brandon Flowers is going to be on Steve Smith, which leaves whoever else they have to play against Torrey Smith, and I think he's going to eat him alive.
All right, I like the call there. Who you got as your
Fantasy Zombie.
Fantasy Zombie in this game, I'm going to have to go Ryan Matthews. I think that he's going to find it tough to find running space, and I don't think he's going to get loose like he did last week against the Rams.
Knocker
could get hurt this week.
This is what you think of Ryan Matthews.
Anyone ever tell you look like a penis with a little hat on?
He's just too frail. He's just frail, and I'm stuck with him.
And that's the bottom line.
Yeah.
Go Stone Cold.
Knocker said it.
I'm telling you.
You're so done with so many different players in fantasy.
It's great though the contrast in the league. Here you have the back east team on one channel.
Yeah.
Cheerleaders are in sweats and beanies and blah blah blah.
Yeah.
And then you got the San Diego game where their cheerleaders are still rocking the skirts, man, and the halter tops.
It's great to be in California.
It's great to be in California.
It's great to be in California. All right, let's run through this game real quick because it's our.
You better have the ticket, because it's the blackout game of the week. Giants versus Jaguars.
Giants Jaguars?
Really?
It's like I don't care, but at the same time, this matters in pick'ems.
Yes, it
does. It sucks because it's actually a hard game to pick.
In the insignificant
really is.
bowl.
Does Eli?
I'm going Jacksonville.
I might.
I'm going at home. I'm going Jacksonville at home because I think the Giants just don't get.
I'm going to pull a Johnny, and I'm going to hear Lawrence pick first. What do you got, Lawrence?
I think the Giants get this one.
Okay, I'm going to go Giants.
I think the Giants think they have enough offense to beat the Jaguars.
I'm going to go Giants. I'm going to go with Lawrence on this one. What do you got, Johnny?
I got Giants as well.
You're on the lone boat there. You're on a boat.
That's all right. I think the Giants are they're just tired.
You got your flippy floppies?
Yeah, I think they're tired. They're getting on a boat.
Odell Beckham's sick, though.
Yeah, he is.
That guy's sick.
Yeah, he is.
He really is. All right, who you got as your
Fantasy Beast?
I used that term very lightly in this one.
No shit.
Although Odell Beckham Jr.
Yeah.
I mean, he's got to be your fantasy beast in this one, right?
I'm actually going to have to go Eli Manning.
Oh,
I think he connects with a couple of different receivers.
Whoa! Wow. Hang on a sec. Did you just say Eli Manning fantasy beast?
Hello?
Quiet as kept. Eli Manning threw for 300 yards last week. He threw for 300 yards and 2 touchdowns against Dallas, and I think Dallas has a more competent defense than the Jacksonville Jaguars do, which I think will be helpful for Eli Manning this week. I think he's the Jacksonville, they can't defend the pass, and that's all the Giants really can do is pass. So I got Eli Manning. I mean, obviously Odell Beckham is connected to that, but I think Eli has a really good day too.
Knocker's having spasms because of your comments right now on Eli Manning. If you could see him right now, he's having pea shivers.
First of all,
Eli Manning had 338 passing yards last week. You don't think he can do that to Jacksonville?
Hey, they don't call him the fantasy guru at LB Said It for nothing.
No, I understand that, and I'm probably going to be totally and completely wrong because he obviously knows more than I do. But here's my take on this game. Last week was the Giants' season. That was a rivalry game at home on national TV. They threw everything they had to win this game. I don't think they give a shit about this game. They're 3-9 or whatever they are. They're going down to Florida. to some nice warm weather. They're going to be sucking umbrella drinks before the game, watching the girls. I really don't think they give a shit about this game, and I think they're going to play like
know who
that.
agrees with you? At Peppy Pants on Twitter just chimes in order for at Odell Beckham Jr. to be a beast, Eli has to beast out. # math doesn't work out.
That's why I think the Giants played their best game of the year, because it was the Cowboys.
Yeah, that's a good point.
They put everything out there. I really think they're getting on a plane going, shit, our season's over, man.
Yeah,
Screw this. It's vacation time.
Yeah, but Knocker, do people listen to you or at LB said?
Oh, I hope they listen to him.
Okay.
I'm just giving my opinion.
But does anybody care about it?
No.
Okay, I just want to make that clear. All right.
I understand that. Don't get me wrong. I know about anybody.
But I don't think they're tanking just yet. I think they all still want to play. Odell Beckham wants Rookie of the Year. Eli Manning wants to prove that he's not done. Tom Coughlin looked like he should be sponsoring Metamucil. But
It looks like he's got to pass something every time he's out there.
All right, let's get to the next game here. Big last slate here of games. This could be interesting.
Bengals versus Buccaneers.
Hey, Knocker, the Bucs are 2-9 and can still win the division. What do you think about that?
I think it's disgusting. I think it's a sad state
Real
of
quick,
affairs.
I want to get your answer, and Johnny, I'm going to come to you in a second. Should the rule be changed here? I've asked you before. Okay.
No.
Division winner, should they get a home game and automatic bid in the playoffs?
Yes.
Why?
Because you have to uphold the integrity of the divisions. Okay, there's going to have
the integrity of the
You're gonna, and I believe this in college football too. If you don't win your division, you should not get into the playoff. I'm sorry. You have to win your conference. You have to win your division.
Even if it's that bad.
Absolutely. Because it's an anomaly. This year's an anomaly. You're not going to find this happening very often. So
if I'm 6-10 and I win the NFC South and I'm the Saints, I get a home game over a let's just say a 10-6 team, wild card team. Really? Really? No, Knocker. That's not fair. There's no explanation for that you can make that reasonably make sense.
It rotates a few years ago the NFC West was the shitty division.
What, 7-9?
Now it's the South. Then it'll go to the
You're
North.
Right.
No, you have to. The division winners deserve for winning their division. That's just the way it is. I'm old school with that.
Johnny,
not going to change.
Yeah, I agree with you, Josh. I don't think if you have a losing record against the winning, record, I don't think you should.
If I'm 6-10, I'm gonna get a home game, and you're 10-6, and you've got to travel all the way to my stadium and play a first-round home game, Knocker. For what reason? Why should I reward you for sucking?
Win your division.
I'm not talking about Wendy.
Just win your division. Shut up. Win your division. Get
Lawrence,
a home game.
what's your thoughts on this
Simple.
real quick on the playoff situation?
I think the Saints get in, and I think they definitely are going to get a home game. But
is it right? Is it right, Lawrence? Is it right for a team that's under 500, not even sub 500? I mean, couple games, 3 games under 500 to get a home playoff game.
Well, based on the rules, yes. I mean, we have divisions. If there were no such thing as divisions, I would say no. But the fact that your division has to mean something. So, I mean, it sucks that the division is so bad. But if you win your division, unfortunately, that entitles you to a home game.
Man's a genius.
It's not fair. No, because it's not. If Johnny's division with the Bengals, the Browns, and the Steelers and the Ravens all finish, with 2 games over 500, and yet a shitty ass Falcons team gets in at 6-10, that's it's ludicrous. It's ludicrous.
Cardinals didn't get in.
I hear you, but it's almost like if you do your homework and you go to school and you forgot it and now it's at home and you can't go home to get it. It's like, okay, well, you don't have it. It's just what it is.
Yep. Well, crispy
Lawrence,
rice.
You said a lot of good things, but that didn't go over so well with me.
That was a stretch. It is what it is. They had divisions, and you have to honor that.
Crispy Rice on Twitter says, no, guys. Eliminate divisions and just go with records only. Yep. I agree.
How do you make your schedule up?
You play your division still.
There's no divisions. So how do you play your home schedule within your division?
That's something we got to work out.
It
says, Peppy Pants is with you. I'm with Bud Knocker on this. Wild card is rewarded for having a good record in a tough division.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
I don't agree with it at all, but whatever. All right. Well, what do you got in this game here? I'm going to go with the Bengals. I can't believe I'm saying that. I'm going with the Ginger on the road. Knocker, what do you got?
I'm going Cincinnati also.
Cincinnati in this one? Yes. Gianni?
I'm going Cincinnati.
Lawrence, what do you got?
Yeah, at this time of year, Cincinnati, they're a veteran ball club. They know how to get a win. I got them too.
All right, real quick, who you guys your
Fantasy Beast?
I got Jeremy Hill. I think that he continues to play really well. He's kind of taking the reins of the lead back, even though Giovanni Bernard started last week. But I think he has a really good week again. He's a very good runner in that offense because of the power he brings.
All right, well, we had a Twitter question come in as new. I'm going to answer him back right here. From @Joshua @JoshCook_4798 says, who should he start this week, Jeremy Hill or Mark Ingram? Are you saying Jeremy Hill's a better play than Mark Ingram this week?
No, not well. Let's see. They play against the Steelers?
Yes.
The Saints got the Steelers?
Yeah, Saints got Steelers and Bengals got the Bucks.
Yeah, it's a toss-up. I would probably Mark Ingram's going to probably get 25 carries. The Steelers can't stop a nosebleed. That's a very good play.
Ooh.
You can't go wrong with either. You can't go wrong with either one. I think either one is a good play. But if you hold my feet to the fire, I'd probably go Mark Ingram.
Okay, I'm going to tweet him that right now. All right, there you go. Got your question answered there at @JoshCook_4798 on Twitter. All right, guys. Let's get into who's your fantasy beast real quick, or fantasy zombie in this one.
My fantasy zombie in this game, there's going to be a few of them. But I'd probably have to go Josh McCown. I don't think he has a really good game.
Okay. All right. Knocker, did you see the tweet just came in? It blew my mind right now. It's talking about my mother, and I'm not very happy about it. And it's kind of disgusting me right now. Johnny might be happy if he saw it, but what does it say?
It says, from Peppy Pants, my fantasy beast is #Wendy. Couldn't agree with you more. Couldn't agree with you more.
I do not want to touch his ass. I want to make him talk.
Wow. All right, Knocker. Mama, I love you. All right, next up here, Knocker, this might be, I know it's your team, but it's...
You better have the ticket, because it's the blackout game of the week. Raiders versus Rams.
Knocker.
This is the orderly game of the week.
Yeah, it is the orderly game of the week. Thank you, Renee. It is the orderly game of the week, man. You going with the Raiders or the Rams?
Going with the Rams, I say.
The Rams, I say?
The Rams,
the Rams look good.
Horns,
You used to be a Rams fan. Lots of slicing, dicing.
They are the Los Angeles Rams.
The Los
I
Angeles.
don't
In
care
your
if they
heart,
miss
right? In your heart, Los Angeles Rams. Johnny Icebox. What you
with
got?
the Rams, eh?
Oh man, I'm going with the Raiders, man.
Oh,
the Rams. I'm fucking around with you, man. They suck, man. Give me the Rams.
Give me the Rams at home too. That defense looks good. I'm
Yep.
sorry, but Raiders, they're gonna get smoked. Not get smoked, but there's gonna be. Remember what we saw the Broncos happen?
Yeah.
With their quarterback situation, same thing's gonna happen this week at the Rams
They
Raiders.
swallowed up.
Yep. I got Rams in this one. Lawrence, you gonna round it out with the Rams?
Yeah, Chris Long comes back this week, which is not going to be helpful for Derek Carr. And, yeah, like you said, they're going to get smoked like Le'Veon Bell and LeGarrette Blount passing a blunt.
Derek Carr. Wow, I like it. Smoke weed every day.
Bring it, Lawrence. Bring it, baby.
Smoke weed every day. Thank you.
Throw it out there.
Just throw it out there. That's why we got him on the show. Knocker, real quick, though. Derek Carr, do you think he's going to be a starting quarterback in the NFL? Is he a starting quarterback in the NFL?
Absolutely.
Okay. I like it, too. I'm with you. I actually think he's good. They just need to get an offensive line.
I have not changed my opinion.
You haven't. You've liked him.
I thought
from
he
day
was
one.
the number one quarterback coming out of the draft, and I still think so.
All right,
he's gonna. The interesting thing is,
you've been very good on calling whether quarterbacks will make it in the NFL or not, because you're a college guy. You see it firsthand, and you see how they translate. You were not on the Michael Vick train. You weren't on the Tim Tebow train. You were kind of on the Sanchez, but we won't put the Sanchez in there because the Rex Ryan factor.
I said I was totally against him coming out early. I said this is the hugest mistake.
No, you weren't, especially going with the Rex Ryan.
Absolutely, this was the worst mistake.
You've been very good on calling him out. So
hey, I was there. I called Le'Veon Bell too.
did.
He was the best back out of that draft.
You were very high on Le'Veon Bell.
Yes,
coming
I
out of the
was.
draft,
Absolutely.
So. All right, in this game,
no pun intended, right?
Do we find ourselves, Lawrence, with a
fantasy beast?
Rams Raiders? Is there one we can find?
I think Trey Mason is a very good play. He's actually ran the ball pretty well the last few weeks and against some tougher defenses. I think he'll find some running room against the Raiders. I think he has a good day.
I think Rams defense could be a fantasy beast in this one as well, correct?
Austin's going to have a big game.
Definitely. They're capable of big games, and that's a good defense to have this week if you have them.
Okay.
Fantasy Zombie.
Who is the whole Raiders team, or where are you going with Fantasy Zombie on this one?
Right, you can't say the whole Raiders team, but I'd probably have to go Dan McFadden. I think the fact that if Latavius Murray is healthy, I don't think Dan McFadden gets much playing time. And if he's playing on your team right now anyway, you're probably not in the playoff hunt. So there's that.
Johnny, guess who had Darren McFadden on their team and beat you this weekend? Guess who beat you this weekend with Darren McFadden?
Johnny checked out.
I'm sorry, were you saying something?
It's okay, Johnny. It's okay. Just let it out. Derek McFadden beat you in fantasy football.
He only had, like, what, 3 points?
Excuse me?
Well, how many did he have?
Does it matter?
It does.
He was in my starting roster, and I beat you.
Wow. Silence. Crickets.
No, it's okay. I like crickets because Johnny just has nothing come back to say to me. Do you? Nothing. Nothing at all. That I beat you in fantasy football.
You're in last place. You don't matter anymore.
Oh.
Done.
And you're wearing knickers.
Saints
Knicker, please.
versus Steelers.
Saints versus Steelers. Johnny Icebox in your Steeler gear. We know where you're going, Steelers, in this one. What do you got, Bud Knocker?
I'm going with the Steelers at home.
Let me say it. Steelers.
Yeah, there it is! You missed it! Play it again. Just play it again. We've missed that one. Play it again. For real? For real. And the new Shaggy, he's got a new minivan downstairs.
I know, man. Steeler mobile.
It's the I sat in that back seat.
Steely.
The Steely. You could totally get a blowjob in your back seat.
Did you notice on my Rothless boner, I spelled it right this time?
You did?
Yeah,
Oh,
buddy.
good, very
Yeah,
good, very
dog. I was waiting for a comment.
I did.
You could totally get a Rothless boner in the back of your van.
Absolutely.
Totally.
Get one just looking at it.
All right. What do you got in this one, man? Saints, really, they've lost 3 at home in a row. It used to be a place where you go into, you are feared,
Absolutely.
the fans. But Drew Brees, I think he's forcing a little bit. And Rob Ryan, just stop.
Their defense is
Just
is
stop.
porous.
Whether
and-
it's with
and
the hair, whether, just stop.
The Steelers are going to win this game.
Steelers at home?
Absolutely.
I'm going to go Steelers at home in this one. I think it's close because the Saints got some offense. But I like Steelers 28-27. Steelers by 1 point in this one. What do you got, Lawrence?
Yeah, the Saints have made a fool out of me 3 weeks in a row. I can't take them again right now. They can't win at home, so I definitely can't have any confidence in them on the road. I got the Steelers winning this game.
All right, who you got as your
Fantasy Beast?
Fuck you, Drew Brees, in that last second touchdown, trash touchdown. You beat me in fantasy football in 2 different leagues. Fuck you.
Wow.
Go ahead, Lawrence.
You okay?
Yeah, I'm okay. I had to let that out because it really pissed me off. Mark 3000 beat me with a trash-ass touchdown in the SportsCast League.
Wow.
I'm going to have to go Bathroom Ben. I think Bathroom Ben gets it done in this game. The Saints can't defend.
Wow.
Bathroom Ben, is that his new name? I like that.
Wow.
Johnny, how you like
Of
Bathroom
course,
Ben?
you know what he did in the bathroom with that one girl, and yeah.
Allegedly, first of all.
Allegedly.
Let's make sure we get that across.
Allegedly.
She was just trying to scam him for some money.
All right, we could have some major points scored in this game. Who do you got as your
Fantasy Beast?
I'm gonna have to probably go Big Ben, but probably Antonio Brown. I mean, because they couldn't defend Steve Smith last week. He's 35-year-old, so I don't know what they're gonna be able to do with Antonio Brown, who's in the prime of his career and can't be stopped by anyone right now.
Yeah, that secondary looks pretty putrid for the Saints right now. Who you got as your
Fantasy Zombie?
You said Mark Ingram would have a decent game in this one, but how do you think Jimmy Graham and Colston do in this one?
I think the receiving core is actually up in the air. It's just it's a slot machine every week. You just never know what it's going to end up looking like. Obviously, Jimmy Graham is the number one option over there, so I think he's a guy that's going to be a little more reliable. I think Marcus Colston could easily be pushed out by Kenny Stills. So, I mean, I would probably have to say Marcus Colston just on the fact that his looks aren't guaranteed, even though he should be in the passing game. But Brandon Cooks was leading the team in targets before he went down with injury over Marcus Colston. So take that and do what you want with that information.
All right, Renee, get the I don't give a fuck game of the week ready because...
Oh, my God. Who the hell cares?
Play it for me.
I don't give a fuck.
Who cares? Let's just run.
Panthers versus Vikings.
I don't even know if this is shown on the ticket. I don't even know.
Wow.
I know I have the ticket at home. I don't even know if I'll get this game or not.
Wow, they'll probably show Heidi or something instead.
Seriously. They're showing Heidi. 7-16, Heidi. What do you got, Knocker? This is one of those 50-50 games, though. I mean, I don't even know what to think of this.
I'm going Minnesota.
So I'm just going home team in this, right?
Yep.
Cam Newton's looked like horrible, injured, home team. Vikings at least put up a fight last week against Green Bay.
Carolina lost their swagger.
What do you got, Johnny?
Yeah, I got Minnesota.
I'm going to go Minnesota at home. What do you got in this one, Lawrence?
I'm going Panthers. I think the Panthers fresh off a bye, they see that the opportunity to make the playoffs is in sight. I don't think that the Vikings have a lot of offense. I think the Panthers defense can definitely get after it in this game. I got the Panthers.
All right, we're going to skip your fantasy Beast and Zombie in this one. If you guys want to check it out, go to thenewsportsguru.com. Lawrence will have it up tomorrow for you guys. Next game here on the slate.
Cardinals versus Falcons.
Falcons they're in first place, Knocker.
I know. It's sad.
I think they're 4-0 in the division.
Sad.
Like, this is disgusting to me right now.
I know. It's sad. It is really sad.
And the Cardinals off a loss in Seattle. Offense looks a little stagnant right now. Falcons can still move the ball, but the defense is horrible. What do you got in this one?
I'm going with the Cardinals with their defense. I'm going to ride their defense.
You ride their defense. Cardinals bounce back. Bruce Arians got something in this one, right?
Very low-scoring game. I'm going with him.
Johnny Box.
I'm going with the Cardinals as well.
All right. I'm going to go with the Cardinals. I don't think it's low scoring because
Really?
I do think actually the Cardinals will put up some points in this game, especially against that Falcons defense.
I'm not sold on their quarterback. I mean, everybody's pumping him up just to pump him up, I think. I really don't think he's the answer.
I think we're going to see a
24-17,
24-20 type of game here. I like Cardinals, though, by about a field goal or 4 points. Lawrence, what do you got?
Yep, I think the Cardinals can definitely take care of business. I don't think that the Falcons want anything to do with anybody from the NFC West. And they're winless outside of the division, so it'll continue this week as well.
Okay, who you got as your
Fantasy Beast?
Fantasy Beast in this game is tough, but I'm probably going to go. I think Andre Ellington actually has a really good day. Falcons can't defend the run, and I know the Cardinals have had trouble running the football, but the fact that they signed Michael Bush, it might light a fire under that whole offensive line, plus Andre Ellington this week. So I look for him to have a really good day.
Julio Jones, Roddy.
Look out for John Brown, though.
Okay, Julio Jones, Roddy White. Who has the better week this week?
Ooh, that's tough. I might have to say Roddy White. I think what Julio Jones does downfield, that fits into what Patrick Peterson wants to do, which is shut you down, trying to go deep. And they're already not throwing the deep ball to him anyway, so I think that gets held in check. I think Roddy White, as a route runner, can actually get open against Antonio Cromartie, who's a guy who likes to kind of maul you a little bit. He plays better against big physical receivers, even though Demaryius Thomas tore him to pieces. But you have to play either one if you have either one. But I think out of those two, I think Roddy White might have the slightly better day.
Fantasy Zombie.
Fantasy Zombie in this game, I'm probably gonna have to go Steven Jackson. You can't run the football on the Cardinals, and nothing that the Falcons have done in the run game has helped anybody.
All right, one of the best games. I don't know how this game is not the Sunday night game of the week, but
Patriots versus Packers.
Packers, man. This game's going to be fantastic. It's going to be cold. It's going to be outdoors, Lambeau Field. Brady can play well on the road, especially they've been on a roll lately, not just beating teams, blowing out teams. But same thing with the Packers. Yeah, last week against Minnesota, those divisional games on the road. Packers probably were looking past this game a little bit, looking forward to this Patriots game. Packers at home. Aaron Rodgers, since he said relax, has been unstoppable. Your boy, the little white boy that can run, Jordy Nelson.
Yep.
I think he's a top 5 receiver. I think he's a Pro Bowler. I don't think he gets nearly enough credit as the Calvin Johnsons out there in the world.
No run.
I like Packers at home here by a field goal. What do you got, Knocker?
First of all, let me say I'm a little remiss. Okay.
I don't know what that means. Can you explain?
I got no props from none of you guys. Who called the blowout against the Lions last week?
You
all
did.
said,
I asked you. I listened to the show today. I'm telling you. Yep.
I called the blowout last week.
You did.
Of the Patriots over the Lions. They're going to go into Green Bay. It's going to be a great, fantastic game. But I'm going to go with the home team just because they're the home team. This game's the other way. I go with New England.
And you can tell by Vegas thinks the same way. It's a 3-point spread.
Yeah,
I mean,
exactly.
the only way you're getting points is because it's at home.
They think it's a push.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. What do you got, Johnny Box? Big game here.
First of all, if we're going to give you credit for every one game that you get right, okay, then I'm going to start giving you a lot of shit for all the games that you get wrong. All right, I'm taking the Patriots.
Shut up, Johnny. Jesus.
He knows how to give you credit when credit is due.
Yeah, right.
All right, I'm going to go Packers in this. So, Johnny, you went Packers?
No, I went Patriots.
Oh, you're going Brady in this one. Brady. All right. What do you got, Lawrence, in this one, buddy?
Yeah, I'm going the Brady bunch. I think Belichick is just a good person to have on your side in terms of strategy. I think that he's going to try to take away Jordy Nelson, and he's going to force Aaron Rodgers to beat him with Randall Cobb. And I don't know if they can do that. And so because of that factor alone, I think that they definitely get this win. They're gonna be able to move the ball offensively, just because I don't think that you can take away every weapon that the Patriots have. But I think that them taking away Jordy Nelson will play big, and I think they actually lose. I think it'll be a close game, but I think the Patriots pull it off.
All right, I'm not going to play the fancy beast or zombie because basically, Lawrence, I mean, you're playing everybody on the Patriots and Packers side of the ball here, right?
Absolutely. You're going to play everybody. Hopefully, if you had, sorry that Jonas Gray burned a lot of people, because after everyone went and picked him up thinking that he'd have a steady role, they put him in Garrett Blunt, and now he's non-existent. But Shane Vereen should have some opportunity. Obviously, Julian Edelman, Brandon LaFell, Tom Brady, obviously, and Gronk. And then everybody on the side of the ball for Green Bay, you're definitely starting. So a lot of points to be had, a lot of players to be played. I think that you definitely can't go wrong with any of the decisions you make in this game as far as players go.
Yeah, Knocker, can you believe that? Everyone picked up Jonas Gray after that game. 4 touchdowns. He's going to start? Nope, not one carry. He's sitting because he was late to a meeting.
Yep, come late to a meeting.
I love Belichick. I love him.
Hoodie don't care who you are.
I love the hooded beast. All right, Sunday Night Football, big game here.
Broncos versus Chiefs.
Broncos versus Chiefs, man. Both these teams need it here. Broncos, man, I don't have nearly as much confidence I had in Week 6 going into this season. Chiefs, though, look pretty good. Even after the Raiders, loss, you kind of chalk that loss up to one of those sandwich games. Something that comes in. But again, Chiefs at home, Andy Reid, Manning on the road, could be maybe cold. Chiefs, Arrowhead, one of the harder stadiums to play. Knocker, what do you got? This is a big game here.
I like the Chiefs.
Really?
I like the Chiefs.
You going Mr. Awesome Chiefs here, even after they disappointed you last week?
Absolutely. Boy, did they disappoint me last week.
They got the shit
But, that's a game on the road, in the rain, rivalry game. They probably looked past it and looking forward to this game, because this game is the one that means everything.
Well, and again, Mr. Awesome tweeted in Barry Strong. They're going to say a lot of emotion behind losing Barry this week. So could have that emotional factor going on with the Chiefs here. You got Chiefs here. All right.
I think the
Johnny,
Chiefs
what do you got, buddy?
Taking the Broncos here.
Taking the Broncos?
Yep.
All right. I'm going to wait till Lawrence's pick. Lawrence, what do you got?
I really want to say that the Broncos, just because they're the more explosive team, the team with the most firepower. But I really have to give Andy Reid credit for a team that really only has one weapon. They continue to find ways to, one, keep him productive, and two, win games. I can't believe they're winning games with one player.
Yep.
Their receivers haven't caught a touchdown all year. No one has over 50 catches on the season, and yet and still they continue to beat people. And like you said, it's pretty tough to win in Arrowhead. This is a divisional game. It's going to be cold. It's going to be wet. Peyton Manning's numbers start to dip at this time of year. I think the Chiefs get a win at home on primetime TV.
Man, Mr. Awesome, I'm going to believe in you.
Ooh, check you out.
I'm going to go Chiefs at home by a field goal, 27-24. The defense gets it done. And if they don't win, I will never, ever pick the Chiefs again. And Alex Smith and the whole Andy Reid regimes will get a big fat
Well, tell him to suck my balls.
if they don't win this game. But I'm
Jeff
going
Pratt's on the
Chiefs.
phone.
I'm going Chiefs. Who we got?
Jeff Pratt's on the phone.
Oh, Jeff, we're like almost done with the show. Jeff,
we're late.
What's going on, Pratt?
Jeff,
What's
you
going
have the
on?
impeccable timing of a call.
Seriously,
shit, bro.
What up?
I can't believe I
He's gotta
actually
give
got you guys, man, dude. I just realized how late it was, and jeez, dude, I'm just eating some meatballs. Hey, I just wanted to say happy Thanksgiving, brothers.
Happy Thanksgiving to you, brother.
And Go Raiders!
Yeah, I knew that's what he was doing.
The Raiders. Hey, you enjoy your meaty balls, okay, Jeff
enjoy
Pratt?
them balls of meat.
You balls
Enjoy
of
them
meat.
Big old balls
Those
of
rothless boners of meatballs.
Those saucy balls of meat.
Right? I love him. I really
Hey,
do.
boys. Hey, you guys have a great Thanksgiving. Love y'all, and we got to get out on the course again soon.
Absolutely,
Jeff,
brother. You too. Same
you
to you.
are
Have
the
a great
man, dude.
Thanksgiving.
Have a great Thanksgiving. You know you're like a brother to us, and we appreciate the call. And go Raiders!
Absolutely. Hey, Knocker Ice Guru, the fucking love you guys, man.
I love you too, Jeff. I love you too, buddy.
All right,
All
bro.
right, boys.
Thanks a lot for checking in,
I
dude.
can't believe he called like 2 minutes
Seriously.
before the show's
Oh,
going.
let me call.
All right, buddy. Last.
Hey, man, I just sat down, man. I had just gotten my meal together, man, and, hey, got to throw some love in before the holidays.
That's
Thanks,
right,
man.
man. Happy
Attaboy.
Thanksgiving to you, buddy. Hey, go Cowboys tomorrow, okay?
Hey, fuck the Cowboys.
All right, Jeff. Love you, buddy. Love you, man. We'll talk to you
All right,
soon.
boys.
All
Later.
right, bud. All right, last game up here.
Monday Night Football.
How did they not flex schedule this game out? I don't understand how the NFL is allowing this game to be played at Week 13 on a Monday night, but let's just do it, guys.
Dolphins versus Jets.
God. Oh, God.
It's like, hey, end your holiday weekend with the Dolphins and the Jets.
Wow. Talking about the go-to-bed early
Knocker, hey, Tannehill, not only like his wife, has looked pretty
game.
good
He
the
looked pretty
last
good last
few
week.
weeks,
He's
man.
He's developing into a pretty good
That
quarterback.
defense is legit, top 5 in the league here.
Yeah.
What do you got? I mean, Dolphins, right?
Oh, absolutely.
Dolphins?
Yeah, Dolphins.
I'm going Dolphins. Lawrence, what do you got?
Dolphins.
Yeah, Dolphins. All right, who's your
Fantasy Beast.
Monday Night Football?
I'm going to have to go Ryan Tannehill. He's been actually on fire of late, and I think that he gets it going in this game. Jets have they almost have no defense the way they're playing right now. I mean, they used to have a defensive line, but now that looks non-existent. No one wants to play for Rex Ryan. He's walking dead right now. They're pretty much, they got the U-Haul trucks backed up in their mind. I think Ryan Tannehill takes advantage of that.
All right, man. That's been you guys' Week 13 winners from the Sportscast crew. We want to thank Lawrence Brooks once again at LB Said It on Twitter. Lawrence, man, thank you. You have a happy Thanksgiving. You know you're part of our family.
Absolutely,
and
brother.
we hope you the best of holidays. Have a great week, and we'll catch you on the flip side, buddy. Have a good Thanksgiving.
Yep, you guys too. You guys take care. Don't get in a food coma and miss the Black Friday sales.
All right, we won't, man. Johnny will be out there in full swing, man. He's got his tent set up.
Why you got to be black?
Why's the Friday gotta be black?
Why you got to be black, man?
Exactly. Why can't it just be regular old
Exactly.
Friday?
Why can't it
why
just
can't it be black? Why can't it be the race?
Yeah,
Well,
why
you
can't it
see,
just
it's a
be
whole
Bargain
stock
Friday?
market thing where it's the red and the black, and so
Wow.
Johnny Box.
Wow. Thank you, Johnny.
literal guy.
Yeah, literal
Guy shows up.
Lawrence, man, we'll talk to you next week, buddy. At LB Said It on Twitter. Check out his Boom Bust for your
Yep.
Fantasy Week 13. Lawrence, we love you, buddy.
Yeah, love you too, man. See you guys.
All right,
Later,
peace
brother.
out. Right, for all the fans, have a happy and safe. Do not drink and drive. Stay
Yep.
wherever you're at. Eat the turkey. Enjoy football tomorrow. I want to thank all you guys out there. 2014 has been fantastic. Enjoy the holiday. Eat turkey. Drink some beer. Enjoy football. Go Cowboys.
Hug
And
your
have a great
families, man.
holiday. Yeah, hug your
Hug your
family.
families.
You know, enjoy this time. Enjoy the time with your family and friends. American Bob, shout out to soccer, football for you. Johnny Box.
Yep.
To the Shaggin' Wagon.
Yo.
We'll see you
Shaggin'
next
wagon.
week. Lawrence, thank you once again. Bud Knocker, good weekend.
Yeah, we're going to have a good weekend. Yeah.
Renee,
Orale, let's eat some turkey.
we out. We'll see you next week.